Support for Radio Friends comes from Le Brunnery Financial, where they work to ensure a lifetime of financial security for people from all walks of life, from investment services to retirement plans. If you're looking for a trustworthy company that has the experience and knowledge to put your interests first, contact Le Brunnery Financial, a community-based investment counseling firm since 1966. Learn more at lebrunnery.com or by calling 573-449-5313. Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Monday, August the 19th. I want to introduce you to Dr. JUNAID SIDDIQUI. Good to have you here.
Good to be here.
Did I pronounce that name right, Doctor?
Perfectly.
Okay. And you're with MU Healthcare. We're going to talk about Parkinson's disease and a Parkinson conference that is coming here, right?
Correct.
First of all, tell us, what is Parkinson's disease?
So Parkinson's disease is a neurodegenerative condition. It is the second most common cause of neurodegeneration in the world, like Alzheimer's disease. Mm-hmm. So this is the second most common after Alzheimer's disease.
The second most common?
That is right.
How do you know if you are predestined to have Parkinson's disease?
That's a good question. So we're still figuring out ways of finding out as early as possible. There are some signs that we know. People sometimes develop several years ahead of developing Parkinson's disease. In some people, like loss of sense of smell, or they start acting out their dreams at night. But the more solid things that we have is 3 or 4 things. People may have a tremor at rest.
Yeah.
They have stiffness, slowness, and balance difficulties.
Okay, so tremor, stiffness, slowness, you said?
Yes.
And balance difficulties.
That is right.
Those are 4 warning signs?
Those are 4 cardinal signs of Parkinsonism. You have to have at least 3 of them to be diagnosed with Parkinsonism. That means that that the patient or the person has symptoms that resemble a patient who may have Parkinson's disease.
Now, just because you have 3 of those symptoms does not mean you have Parkinson's disease, right?
That is right, because there are other conditions that can mimic these symptoms and appear that, with Parkinsonism. That's why we tend to lean on the word Parkinsonism rather than Parkinson's disease when we first meet somebody who has these symptoms. Because we just need a little more time to figure out if that's what's going on.
Is there a cure?
Till now, there is no cure to this condition. However, this is the only condition that has significantly a lot of variety of treatments available in terms of management and interventions.
Yeah. And this brings us to the conference. You're having a Parkinson's conference. When is it?
It's the August 24th.
August the 24th.
Saturday morning.
The 9th annual one, from 8:30 in the morning to 1:30 in the afternoon. This is going to be at the Holiday Inn Executive Center. And anybody who has Parkinson's disease or knows someone or is interested is welcome to attend, right?
Absolutely. You just go online, you register, and then you'll come on over.
Okay. There's no charge for it?
No charge at all.
No charge, but you're asking people to register online ahead of time.
Yes.
All right. Dr. JUNAID SIDDIQUI. All right. I got the name right, so I wanted to pronounce it again. For more information, you can go to the website. That would be muhealth.org, and you can sign up for the 9th Annual Parkinson's Disease Patient and Caregiving Conference. That'll be August the 24th. Okay? Now, KATHY STEINHOFF is with us. Good to have you here,
Good.
KATHY.
Happy to be here.
And you're here to talk about something that is in the news from time to time, and that is the student loan crisis.
Yes.
But you wanted to touch on particularly how this is affecting teachers, right?
Yes.
Before we go into that, how big is this student loan crisis?
Oh, it's huge. There's 40 million Americans that have student loan debt, and it accumulates to over $1.5 trillion.
Back up. Say that again.
40 million Americans have student loan debt.
Yeah.
That accounts for $1.5 trillion.
Chances of paying off that student loan debt, what?
It's it seems nearly impossible. And you can drill down to individual examples of people who have borrowed so much money. And particularly when I talk about teachers, because I'm a teacher myself, even in Columbia Public Schools, we know that we have some beginning teachers coming in with over $100,000 of student loan debt.
That's weighing on your shoulders.
Yes.
So what's the solution here?
Well, Congress has tried to provide some solutions. Over the years, they've passed a lot of different programs, public service loan forgiveness, some other teacher loan forgiveness programs, but the programs are not being implemented very well. I believe the Department of Education is just not really fulfilling the requirements in order to be able to forgive these loans.
Mm-hmm. So what happens now?
Recently, this summer, AFT, which is the American Federation of Teachers, that's a sister union to the union I belong to, actually has filed a lawsuit against the Department of Education about implementing the loan forgiveness programs.
So what happens to people who are default on their loans?
A lot of things. A lot of things that are bad, not only for the person, but for our community and for our economy. So they may have wage garnishment, which currently happens in a lot of cases.
With student loans, you have wage garnishment?
You can have wage garnishments with student loans. And there are some programs that can help reduce the amount of repayment depending on your income and the size of your family. So that has been a help to many Americans who have student loan debt.
I would imagine that for a teacher who's just going into the workforce and has a debt of what'd you say? An average of 100?
Well, it's a total of $1.5 trillion.
Right, but
now,
an individual.
The average for an individual with a bachelor's degree is $27,000.
$27,000. That's a lot of money.
It is.
That's a lot of money, and you're just starting a new job where the pay is not stellar.
Right.
And then you've got to think about paying off a mortgage. You've got to think about putting food on the table and taking care of your kids and unexpected expenses that come up. And then you got a debt hanging over your head also.
And our young teachers, they're putting off having families and buying houses, all the things that stimulate our economy and help all of us because they're trying to pay back these loans.
So what can people do if they want assistance and they want more information?
Well, I know our association, the National Education Association, has programs that help guide teachers through the process because it can be kind of a labyrinth. The programs conflict with each other, and there's a lot of details in order to
programs
satisfy.
Conflict with each other?
Yes.
That's a bureaucracy.
Yes, yes. And that's why there's some lawsuits out there because of that.
Okay, so what do they do then?
I would contact their association, like the National Education Association has a program called Degrees Not Debt that can guide teachers through the process.
Okay, it's called Degrees Not Debt.
Yes.
And if you didn't get that, just go online to Google, and I guess if you put in assistance with student loans, information will come up.
Yes.
Okay. Kathy Steinhoff, thank you so much for coming by. Pleasure having you, and best of luck with everything.
Thank you for having me.
Okay. Drop me an email, pepperp@missouri.edu. We're out of time. Bye-bye.